Well, hello everyone. Thanks for joining me with Lunch and Learn today. My name's Keith Armour. I'm the manager of the Education and Homework Support Department. And today we're going to talk about universal class, but I do want to let everyone know a couple of other things that are happening right now. And that starting next week on Tuesday, we're going to actually open a couple of some of all of our drive-throughs open at on Tuesday. Covedale, Groesbeck, Harrison, Reading, and Maine. And then Sims Township is actually going to be providing some curbside service for you. It's going to be Monday. It's going to be on Tuesday from 10 until 9, and then Wednesday through Saturday from 10 until 6. And then starting May the 28th, we're going to have 7 more locations join that group with some additional curbside service. So there's going to be a link provided that gives you a great update of all the other things that we're doing. We're not just doing all these virtual programs, but we're also doing a lot of other things as well, preparing to roll back more and more service as we go along. But today, we're going to talk about universal class. And let's go ahead and let me switch out my screen. Well, all right. You should be seeing now the Public Library of Cincinnati and Hamilton County's website. And to get to our website, you just need to type in cincinnatilibrary.org. Now, today we are going to go to eBranch and go down to the fourth one called e-learning. Now, in previous Lunch and Learns, we've talked about a lot of these resources that are just a click away for you. To have access to all of these, all you need to do is have a library card. If you do not have one, give us a call. The number is 513-369-6900, and our staff and our virtual information center would be more than happy to sign you up and get you a library card. Now, all the descriptions for each one of these websites is down here. We're going to focus on universal class. So let me go ahead and read this description. Over 500 self-paced, non-credit continuing education classes on subjects such as cooking, crafts and hobbies, financial management, home and garden, pet care, and writing. And that's all just a click away. Come back up here, click on universal class. Now, the first time you click in, you're going to have to put in your library card number and then hit submit. And once again, if you don't have a library card number, that is 369-6900, and we'll get you one. So if you're new to Universal Class, you will want to register as a new user. So we're going to click the green Register Now button. And all you need to do is figure out a couple of different pieces of information that you have to put in there. You're going to put in your first name, your last name, your email address. You're going to create a password, answer some questions, and of course, you're going to read and understand the terms of service. This is all free. A lot of times people think, oh, is this something we're paying for? No, all of the resources that I'm going to show you today are definitely free with your library card. So you'd hit continue and then you would sign up. But since I've already signed up and I have an account, let me sign in. And then we're going to go right up here to the very top. We're going to go to the course catalog. Now, the course catalog has a whole bunch of different subject headings. So what they've done is they've tried to put all of the ones that would kind of capture with a couple of keywords what you're actually looking to try to do. So for instance, all of the ones that are in accounting, there's 40 courses for accounting. There's career training, over 100 different online courses you can take to help further your career. General education, 90, history, 30. You've got some math courses. You've got the office skills. You've got all sorts of them here, over 500 different courses that are just a click away for you. We're going to visit several of them, but what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of pair a course with some of our other content that is readily available on our website. So the first thing we're going to go to is something that a lot of people are having to work through right now, and that is homeschooling. And the homeschooling topic here has over 40 online courses that might help you with homeschooling. Now, some of these courses might be good for you to take because you are now your child's only teacher. You are always your child's first teacher, but now you are their only teacher that sees them face to face, or you're trying to help the teacher that is sending material home for your child to do or doing it over online. So let's go here and let's just take a look at homeschooling. And here are some of the more popular subjects or courses. And of course, with the library, we would definitely want people to encourage their children to read and to build their child's reading skills. And that's a good course right there to do. And it only would take 5 hours. Now, this has a variety of different things. And remember, there's over 40 courses here that you could take, or you might even want to sign up your child. It's more of a high schooler. If you're signing them up as a high schooler, you want to sign them up for some of these courses. But let's go to the very top one. It's called ABCs of Algebra. And a lot of times when people have called us at the library, they're having some questions when it comes to math. And algebra is always one of those that gives everyone a little fits. They've done it, but they did it a long time ago and they need a little refresher. Well, this course would give you a real refresher on the ABCs of algebra. It has 12 different lessons. It has 24 exams and assignments. It would take an average person of 22 hours to finish it. And of course, there's a video audit available. That means that you would just watch all of the material to get a better understanding, and you wouldn't have to take any exams or assignments. Now, each one of these courses will give you a nice introduction. Now, this introduction is fairly long. It's 33 minutes and 31 seconds. Some of them range from about a minute to 5 minutes. This one's a rather long one, but of course the subject is ABCs of algebra, and we know that has a lot to it. Now, they'll always give you a nice course description. They'll also give you some understanding of where this is in the areas of study over here. And then, of course, it will give you some other related courses as well. And maybe your student needs a little bit more help with basic math, or you want to sign your child up, your student, your freshman in high school, Algebra 101 beginners to intermediate level, and let them go ahead and do that. But for the ABCs of algebra, these are the lessons that are going to be in this course. And you're going to have the terminology, properties, you're going to have equations, you're going to have roots, fractions, solving problems. And these are some of the outcomes that you're going to have. So you're going to define the terminology, you're going to solve problems involving fractions, and each one of the lessons you have to demonstrate a mastery of 70% or higher to move on through the course. And then at the bottom you have lots of practice samples available, very helpful. These are some student testimonials that are there as well. So this really works really well, especially if you want to have a refresher course for yourself, or you want to have your high schooler really kind of take a class that is going to have some input from an instructor. Because when you sign up, when you join this course, you have a choice to either take the certificate part or take the video audit. But if you want to have your student actually, your child actually take it, you want to make sure that they do not pick just the video audit. But they would have an instructor that would grade the exams and also give them feedback on the assignments. Now, I said that what our goal today for this Lunch and Learn is to look at the material that's found on Universal Class, but also some of the material that we have already collected on our website. So we're going to come up here to e-learning again, and that course on ABCs of algebra would go really well with the BrainFuse Help Now. Because BrainFuse Help Now is, of course, our our best way forward to help students, not just through online learning right now that's happening at home, but also keep them engaged through the summer as well. So say they're taking the ABCs of algebra, or you are having algebra assignments and they need some extra help. Well, come to Help Now. This is kindergarten all the way up to college level. And one of the things that we'll be talking about in a future Lunch and Learn is all of these things, but I'm trying to pair the ABCs of Algebra Universal class with this other resource that we have. So you click on SkillSurfer and you'd go to high school and look right underneath mathematics. You have pre-algebra, algebra 1, and algebra 2. So if I clicked on pre-algebra, each one of these is going to tell me a few things, and if you notice, there's fractions, there's decimals. The little arrow means that there is a video that will take you step by step the process. Here's the properties of real numbers, and this is another one that will take you step by step and talk about the information. It's kind of like if you have a textbook right in front of you and it would give you an explanation before you had several real problems that you would have to work with. So this would pair really well with someone that is trying to learn more about algebra. And so if we went to Algebra 2 though here, you'll notice there's a lot more to it. There's some practice tests, there's some flashcards, but there's a lot more information that's going to fill out here that will give a lot more help for someone that's taking the course of ABCs of Algebra. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go back to the catalog and take another look at a different course. And we're going to go down to how to do it yourself. There's over 55 online courses here. And here's some of the popular ones right away. Okay. But remember, there's 55. And I'll slowly scroll through some so you can take a look. There's cake decorating, candle making, dog grooming, how to bake cookies, landscaping, all sorts of them right here at your fingertips. But we're going to actually go to one that's right up here, Genealogy 101. We're going to click on that. Now, a lot of times when people are stuck inside and they want to try to do something productive, and one of the things that we have that is wonderful that a lot of people far and wide come to is our genealogy and local history resources that are downtown at the main library, but also we have a whole bunch of resources that are online and just a click away for you. So if you're interested in genealogy and you really don't know much about how to get started, I think this is the course for you. This would be 13 lessons. If you signed up for the actual certificate class, you would have 28 exams and assignments, and it would take an average person about 9 hours to finish this. There is a video audit. That means that you can just watch the content and you don't have to worry about the exams and the assignments. Now this one has a nice little introduction of why people get into learning about their family history. I know that during these past months, family has meant a great deal to me, and I know it has meant a great deal to other people as well. So learning about our family is really something that's kind of a fun thing to do. And it really is something that you can pass down. But here's a course description. And there's several other related courses that comes in. I'm not really sure about how great those are, but there's genealogy again. But here's the lessons. Here is genealogy, introduction, getting started, looking for clues, all the official records. There's so much out there already, and they'll take you step by step how to go through, look for those clues, and try to figure out the official records that you can dive into and really get to know. And then, of course, common mistakes, and then dealing with all sorts of issues, handling special situations, and then putting it all together as family histories. And here's some learning outcomes: how to avoid those common mistakes, where to look for clues, how to write and publish your family history and then be able to pass it on. And of course, to go from one lesson to another, you'll have to demonstrate a mastery of a 70% or higher. And then down here, some of the student testimonials, net links will prove very helpful to in my family history search. Instructors' feedback was very useful, encouraging. So when you do sign up for the certificate course and not just the video audit, you're going to get some good input from an instructor. The instructor is going to grade all of the exams and then also give you feedback on the assignments. And so the assignments are going to fall under all of the genealogy and gathering information, and they're going to kind of lead you through the whole process to get started. So once again, we're pairing this universal class with something that's already, some other resources that are already on our website. So we're going to come back to e-learning, but we're going to go up to the top and we're going to go under this, the third one over, which is research and homework. And we're going to go right down to the very first one called research databases. We'll click onto that. And you can browse them by subject. And of course, we're talking about genealogy, so we're going to be in the second column, and we're going to click on genealogy. And these are all those resources that are just a click away that will give you more information and give you better ways to search for information. African American Heritage, Ancestry Library Edition, Find My Past. Now this one has a library symbol next to it. That means that it can only be used in the genealogy and local history department and at the Green Township branch. And currently our branches are closed, but that's all right. We'll be open eventually. We're rolling out services every day. We're rolling out more and more. But you've got all of these resources that are just a click away. And just recently, this one right here, Ancestry Library Edition, this used to be one that had one of those library symbols, and you couldn't use it unless you were within one of our buildings. But all you have to do is put in your library card number, and then hit submit. And then you have to select your library, and there we are down here, Public Library of Cincinnati, Hamilton County, and hit submit. And then there it is. There's Ancestry. Now this is the library edition. It's a little bit different. It looks different, number one. It also has some different features. It doesn't have all of the features. If you would purchase it, it would have a lot more features. But this is a good test run for anyone who's maybe thinking about joining Ancestry.com. Ancestry Library Edition will give you almost the same type of information, but they'll give you a little bit more features for the paid version. But here it is. You can go to all the quick links here. There's all the U.S. Census records all the way up to 1940. And it really is helpful. And there's also all sorts of different things as well. We could do an entire lunch and learn just on Ancestry Library Edition. But here's this course. And once again, I'm going to come back up. I knew that was going to happen. There it is. So we went to research and homework and went to research databases. And then the second one down in the second column, genealogy. And there was Ancestry Library Edition. And all of these other resources are very, very good as well to complement and help you with the online universal class on Genealogy 101. Okay? So let's go ahead and come back up here to the course catalog. So far what we've done was we did homeschooling and we selected ABCs of Algebra and we paired that with our other online service, HelpNow, to help you with SkillSurfer, to help you with that content. And then we just did the Genealogy 101 and we paired that with our genealogy resources that our wonderful genealogy department put together on our website. So now let's go over to crafts and hobbies. It's got over 70. And this is the last one that we're going to go to. It's got over 70 courses. There's a lot of popular ones here. You got candle making, cake decorating, calligraphy, soap making, floor arrangement, acrylic painting. A lot of times we have found during these times we've been cooped up that, wow, do I not have a hobby? And so these are some really good ideas to kind of start and kind of test drive a hobby before you really invest, because some hobbies do cost a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of scroll down here, give you a little glimpse of all of the different ones that are possible. Pie baking, I think that's a good one. It actually has two pages, because remember there's over 70 courses. We're going to go up here to Introduction to Gardening. Now, what it says, welcome Keith, because I've actually already signed up for this course. So what I'm going to do is go back to review the outcomes. So here are some of the outcomes. You're going to describe where to start. You're going to describe the secrets to great soil, garden maintenance, pest and disease control, because a lot of times people put plants in and think, well, that's it. That's all I have to do. But there are definitely going to be bugs out and some disease that might happen, and they're going to help you with that. They're going to kind of walk you through some of those solutions. There are some solutions for difficult gardening, and then you'll have a nice way to create a flower garden, a vegetable garden, or even an herb garden. Okay. And once again, you'll have each one of the classes will go over a particular topic, and you'll have the introduction, you'll have the lesson assignment, and then you'll have a little quiz as well. So let's look at the view of the lesson. And what's nice is they have this little video feature up here. If I click on that, all of this content right here will be discussed word for word in a video. So we'll go over all of this for you. And of course, you can follow along as you do that. And here's the video as well. And it takes about 10 minutes and 11 seconds. And then you'll have different assignments. You have reading, a few reading assignments, and you'll have some just a quick survey. Why are you taking this course? And then an introduction and a lesson, and then of course a little quiz that you'll take as well. Now, this is one of those courses that you could have taken as a video option. This is not how I signed up for this course. I signed up for it as a certificate class. And so now we're wondering, well, what do we have on our website that would have to do with gardening? So we're going to come back over here to our main page. we're going to go to research and homework again, but we're going to go sites by subject. If I click right here, now look at all of the subjects that we've actually, our librarians have put together all of this information for you. We're going to go down here to home and garden. It's right here in the second column. We're going to click. The first several sites that we've gotten for you, a lot of them you're going to be very familiar with, ACE projects like ACE Hardware, Do-It-Yourself Network, and HGTV. Those are all for the home. You even have a couple for interior design. And then we have all of the ones for gardening. Now, gardening is very interesting and it's a fun hobby. It's one that I have myself. And you can listen and read a lot about gardening. You can take the course, of course, the course up here for gardening basics. But one thing that you do need to kind of take into account is the fact that our weather conditions and our soil and our season is very different than other people. So one of the reasons why the librarians are so great here at our public library is they put together a whole bunch of really useful online resources, but they also made sure they included some that are local, and none better than the Civic Garden Center of Greater Cincinnati. So if I click there, you'll see that they're closed right now, but if you go right here to the Learn and click here and go down to Online Education, and I like their slogan, in isolation but still together. And what you're going to have are video clips, videos of how to build a raised garden bed. Planting tomatoes. Everybody I think I know loves to have a nice garden tomato. Why they taste so different, I don't know, but I just love tomatoes. But these are local people, local experts that are going to tell you the best way to do all this wonderful gardening that is right there for you, that would help you fine tune what you're doing in the basic gardening basic class. All right, so let's finish up. Once again, Universal Class has a whole bunch of courses. They've got they've got so many wonderful courses. They've got popular courses. They've got featured. They have all of these different things. They give you some assessments. You can go at your own pace. And there's always, there's over 500 courses. There's over 8 million lessons delivered. And we've had over 1 million students that have participated in these. So I hope that this homework, this Lunch and Learn has been fairly successful for you to understand Universal Class and how it's paired with other things that you can easily find on our website. So let me get out of the screen and we'll see if we have any questions. All right, over 500 universal classes that you could possibly take. Hopefully something has piqued your interest. Don't forget, if you need a library card, to give us a call at 369-6900, and our virtual information center will make sure you get a library card. And if you have any more questions for us, you can reach me at alc@cincinnatilibrary.org. Next Tuesday, Lois will be back for Lunch and Learn on May the 26th, and she's going to be talking about Testing and Education Reference Center, and she's going to focus on college planning. And then I will be back next Thursday, May the 28th, and I will also be going over Testing and Education Reference Center, but focus on the courses and the practice tests that they have on that site. I wish you all a happy Memorial Day, and we'll see you again.